What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Good evening. Good evening. It's your boy, Rumboyz Robbie. Excuse me. I've already started, pre-gaming a little bit. It's your boy, Rumboyz Robbie of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Right there. Right there. There we go. Make sure you guys spike that like button if you have not already. Run them fucking likes up. Just do it. Make the YouTube algorithm know that we're here. We're here to help you. We're here to get to that money. Money. Here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you are brand freaking new to the Pirate Game. Welcome aboard. Let's go and get into the cast and crew. But before I get into introducing our panel, that's going to help you guys. We're going to be breaking down some Monkey Knife Fight. We're going to be breaking down some DraftKings. We're going to be setting some showdown lineups. We're going to be fucking just gambling all over the place. We're going to be getting you ready for week 5. But first, this show is brought to you by monkeyknifefight.com and the Monkey Knife Fight app. Promo code Rumboyz in all caps. We're going to match you on your very first deposit all the way up to 100. Say it all. 100. Well, that was like way too many fucking zeros. But we're going to match you on your very first deposit all the way up to $100. You're also going to get a $5 voucher to go ahead and just jump into some free matches, some free games as well. Get on over to monkeyknifefight.com, promo code Rumboyz. Get matched on your very first deposit all the way up to $100. If you want to put down 20, fuck it, I'll match you on your 20. If you want to put down the whole hundo, I'm going to match you on your whole hundo. Let us know what you up to. We're going to put that right into your account right away. And also, guys, link is in the description section. If you have a fantasy football question, if you want to debate me on any sports topic under the sun, okay, get on over to the SportsMe app. Let's debate it out. Let's get you your fantasy advice, personalized video from Shipboy, from the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. All of our different staff members are all on the app and stuff and all that good stuff. Get on over to the SportsMe app. Let's go ahead and get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, first up, he's actually he's representing the Rumboyz Fantasy Network now. Give it up for St. Pat FM.
What's up, guys? The only channel smart enough to bring on St. Patrick FF at this point, the Rumboyz. All right, I am excited to go. I am ready for Monday Night Football. Let's go.
Rumday Night Football here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, representing the good old boys Fantasy Football Podcast. Give it up for my homie, Derek.
What y'all know? How y'all doing? Pleasure to be joining y'all on a fine Monday night. Excited to be here.
Hell yeah. We're about to help the people win some money. We're going to handicap a couple of games. It's weird, like really quick. Like I just want to bring it up. Like throughout the first 4 weeks, like this channel was like exclusively known for like only fantasy football. And like we also had, like the betting and stuff going on. But, like we weren't really like known for like this year. Like we've taken the fuck over in that. And I'm actually proud. Like that's the most pirate thing to do is like just, take over some shit. Like you realize like, oh, there's a niche. And you just go for it. And you just snatch the booty. Just take the booty, take the treasure. And that's what we're doing. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls want to do. Dilly.
Dilly.
Steal the bookie's booty.
Yes. Beat that bookie's ass. That is our hashtag this year. You guys, we've seen that floating around on all of our social media. Robbie, question. Do you think the Raiders are going to limit Josh Jacobs tonight? Let's go ahead. Or do I think that the charges more so? I'm assuming you meant the charges. And then, because we're talking about Josh Jacobs. What are we thinking here? We all know that Jacobs don't give a damn about none of our fantasy lineups. Derek, I'll let you start since you're the guest.
Actually, I think he might be meaning that are the Raiders going to put a pitch count on him because he was a game time decision for tonight. And you know what? I'm going to speak for my own fantasy team here. I hope that they do because I'm up against him. Tight matchup. Need some things to rock and roll there for me to pull out the W. But I think the Raiders might do a little bit of a pitch count with him. They're looking long-term with this type of thing. They brought Kenyon Drake on big money. They got a lot of production out of Peyton Barber last week. So I could see them doing a little bit of a pitch count with him to the point where they've shown that they've got some ability to run the ball on that. But the Chargers too also present some difficult matchups from a defensive standpoint for the run game on this as well. Even with Kenneth Murray being out on this one, Kenneth Murray is a guy that I think has the ability to help stop a lot of the run game with that on the Chargers side of the ball. But I think that they're still going to be just fine as far as kind of limiting him down for fantasy production from both sides of it. One, I think you'll probably see the Raiders give him maybe 13 carries, 15 carries, somewhere in that as far as total opportunities, which was a little bit of a reduced pitch count. And I think that the Chargers will do a pretty good job at limiting them overall as well.
St. Pat.
Wow, everything I was going to say right there, all wrapped up in one. I think the Raiders are going to limit Josh Jacobs' usage even a tad bit more than what you suggested there. I'd be surprised if he hits 12 carries tonight.
Okay.
And from someone that's a career 4.3 yards per carry guy, you're looking at 40, 50 yards on the ground and hoping he gets into the end zone tonight. So in terms of fantasy, I'm avoiding playing him wherever I can. If you held out and were like waiting between Jacobs and Barber, hoping that Jacobs didn't play and you could play Barber, well, now you've got a three-headed monster that's going to net you 6 points for each of those guys, and whoever falls into the end zone comes out in double digits. You're not feeling good about any of them that you start.
Yeah, what I'm gonna say here in regards to this, Sean, especially as you know, you'll notice a trend on tonight's show as I go into breaking down the props, I go into handicapping tonight's game. That'll have a lot to do with how I analyze this game in terms of fantasy. With Josh Jacobs being on a pitch count, I do believe that Carr is going to do his typical 300-yard outing type of shit. They're going to go in and they're going to have to air it out. Bryan Edwards has been immaculate. Henry Ruggs has been immaculate. You can just target the hell out of Darren Waller, and, you know, he's going to catch at least 7 of them things. With that being said and with that being stated, I don't think that I'm starting anyone out of the backfield. The Raiders, the way that Gruden and the Raiders feel mentally, they feel that they can go out there and they can pass with the best of them. That's why they have 2 games on record this season in OT, because they're just going back and forth and passing. They're not worried about running up the clock. They just believe they can outscore any team and every team that's out there they have to face. With that being said, that heavily favors the passing game. I think that tonight's going to be a passing game type of night. Now, how effective that passing game will be with the Jack boys being out there for the Chargers, that's a different story. Derwin James and Asante Samuel are nothing to fuck around and play with. Speaking of, let's get into a prop on tonight. We got everything over on Monkey Knife Fight from NFL, NBA, MLB, League of Legends, all that good stuff. You guys check it out, monkeyknifefight.com, promo code Rumboyz. Let's go to handicap this game. I want to see – I haven't checked this line today, so we're all about to see this all together for the very first time. So the line has moved. The line has moved since I last wrote my article. If you guys read my article this morning, that line was at 299.5 for Herbert and 290.5 for Carr. That line has moved down 5 yards for Carr and moved up 6 yards, 6.5 yards for Herbert. What are we thinking here? We'll start with you, Pat.
I like what you're saying. I think it's going to be a throwing fest. We're going to see whose team can make the big plays. So I'm really tempted to go more and more here. I hate relying on and predicting a quarterback to throw for 300 yards.
Yeah.
I'll use the Steelers-Packers game from earlier this week. Neither quarterback, Big Ben or Rodgers, threw for 250 in what could have easily been a big 300-plus game for both of them. So very quickly that 300 mark could get out of reach. But I think I'm going to go more and more.
Okay. Derek, and then I'll go ahead and drop my tape.
So this is one of those that I see it kind of. Again, I have to agree with what you were saying on this becoming a passing fest, things like that. But yeah, I don't know that the Chargers don't have to rely on the passing game as much as the Raiders do, I think, in this one. So that being said, I think that you're going to see Austin Eckler. You're going to see get some of those bevy of running backs that they've got on the Los Angeles Chargers get a little bit of run here. So I'm going to take the less on Herbert And that line is really, really good on Carr, to the point where like I want to hit the push button almost. But I think that the Raiders are going to have to rely on the pass game more so. So I'm going to take Carr on the more, Herbert on the less.
Okay. So I'm actually going to agree with you there, Derek. There has not yet to be a game in 2021 where both quarterbacks have gone out and passed for 300 yards apiece. I take that knowledge. I accompany it with the fact that Herbert has won a game. He has in his first 3 outings, he has 2 outings where he's passed for 300 yards. One game where it was at 281, and that was against the Kansas City Chiefs, a Super Bowl contending team of the Kansas City Chiefs. Last time the Raiders were, starting off on a 3-0 start, they had made it to the Super Bowl. Going back to what you stated, and I'm not saying that I think that this Raiders team is Super Bowl bound. I think they're just hot right now. And I think that's enough to keep Herbert, limited. Herbert does not have to right now, Mike Williams is the wide receiver 1 on that team. Unless you're going to get both Williams and Allen involved, which I think that one of them gets singled out, you're not going for 300 yards. You may come close, and I think that Herbert comes close, but I don't think that he has a 300. He has a 300. I had him going under at the 299.5. I'm still going to go under at the 305.5. I'm still going to go over for Derek Carr just because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He hasn't passed for under 300 yet. Shows me very indicative that they're not trying to put everything all on the heels of Jacobs, Barber, and Drake. So I'm going to continue to rock with Carr until Carr disappoints me on that prop. And we've been hitting on Carr on this particular prop. So we're just going to keep hitting that over on him, hitting that more. Oh yeah. I like the way we kind of broke that down. We had a couple of different perspectives.
Right.
Watch Carr go out there and like fucking just shock the world.
Yeah, watch all of a sudden that the Raiders become the Dallas Cowboys of week 3 type of thing, where you just see a ground and pound, and they not do that. But an interesting thought there when you're talking about, right, like if you're taking 305.5 yards for Justin Herbert, right? How do those passing yards come, right? And you started kind of going down that path. Well, does Keenan Allen get 100 yards or more? I think you're probably easily able to slate him in between about 80 and 90 yards. Does Mike Williams get 100 yards? Probably pretty close to it. The tight end, Jared Cook's probably not going to go out there and get you more than 30 or 40 yards. Austin Eckler, probably around 50 yards when it's all said and done. So, even adding all of that up, you're needing some of those other receivers to step up and still get you in that 40 to 50 yard range. And that's a lot to ask for in some of that. And I just don't see it happening.
One of the questions that I was thinking as you were breaking it down, Robbie, was we've seen Derek Carr go to overtime twice. He's had 2 extra periods to hit that 300 yards.
Correct.
I don't have those numbers up for what he hit during regulation.
386 and 3 something. He was already over the 300 yard mark.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't. But that was the first thing that's popping into my head as I'm thinking.
386 and 357, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. And he was already over. So like the little bit that he did in the OTs wasn't even enough to put him over the like he was already over those marks.
Yeah, because last week Peyton Barber took over that overtime period.
Yep.
With about 40 or 50 yards on the ground.
And he was already at like 300 and 386 yards, 387 some odd yards, yeah. Lee said if this game goes into OT, count on Brian Edwards.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's always a Brian Edwards game if this game goes into OT, and it very well could, because these teams do know each other very, very well. Casey
Mr.
Hayward
OT.
Game. It could be a case. Derek Carr's new nickname is going to pretty much be Mr. OT at this point. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and head over to the sports book, and then I'll set our showdown lineup. So we'll go in and we'll do some showdown lineups together. There's some pretty. Oh, we got boost, fellas. We got boost. Plus 170. Kids got a cannon. Justin Herbert to throw for 325. Plus 325.
At plus 170. Ooh.
Yeah, plus 170. I feel like that's one of those ones that even though it may not hit, like that's one of those ones like you take just because it's bait, right? You just take the bait, and if it hits, it hits. You're like, cool. Like I may have been wrong in my prediction, but like I got the money. I don't think that he's going to hit 325.
I said more on the 305, but I'm not taking that 325.
Yeah, that's like way too risky.
I don't see the path to 325. I see the path for 300.
But I took the less, and I'm going to stick with the less on that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not taking a prop on his passing yards tonight, though.
Yeah, he's not.
I'll take a prop on his passing touchdowns.
325 means that he has to that this game has to go into OT. Do we think Keenan Allen and Mike Williams combine for 200 plus? So here's our official boost for today. Let me go ahead and pull these up for everyone. We have three pregame boosts. If you guys want in-game live boosts, be sure to check us out while we're calling the play-by-play. We'll get you hooked up with those. We'll talk about them. We'll get you taken care of. These are our today's boosts. MVP drive, Derek Carr to have 325 plus passing yards. I would take that at plus 280.
Yep.
Yeah, I could take that. I could see myself taking that. What are we thinking about this Keenan Allen and Mike Williams for a combined 200?
I think you're going to get close, but I don't know that I feel like you're going to see that, because I think you're going to see Mike Williams call it right at between. I've got him kind of penciled in there for right around 100 yards, but I've got Keenan Allen penciled in at about 85 yards on this one. So for me, I'm going to see these guys coming up about 10 to 15 yards short when it's all said and done. So I don't know that I'm taking that one myself.
Do you so there's not a scenario where you see like maybe like 110 and 90?
Yeah, there certainly is a scenario there, but I don't know that I don't know even with the boost that I'm going to take that shot.
And we also have to like if we go back and we look at Crosby's film, like on the defensive side of things for the Raiders, Crosby's been a fucking madman. Like, are you gonna have time to be able to complete? Like you're gonna be able. I feel like Justin Herbert's gonna be doing a lot of dink and dunks, big bombs.
Right.
Like big bombs concern me when you have Crosby coming in off that right side.
Right. And when you put it in that perspective, right, that now favors two pass catchers on the Chargers. That favors Austin Eckler on the check down, and that favors Keenan Allen running the short and intermediate routes. Mike Williams has been needing to get those intermediate to long touches to be able to put yards up, things like that, where, is he going to have the time to find that 15, 20 yard read down the field and be able to hit that with the time? That's the one that kind of concerns me there a little bit.
Exactly. I mean, and the Raiders secondary can't give up penalties that will result in those not being completed passes that will just shorten the amount of passing yards that Herbert has to pass to. This is a penalty heavy team.
Mm-hmm.
I think though what we're going to do with this one. So how I was saying, this could be a throwaway. We play small on this one. We're not going to do anything crazy, ladies and gentlemen out there. I think we go small. Or we can go small. I say we do this as a throwaway. We're not going to take the 325 because we don't have a whole lot of faith in that. I think we can use this one as a throwaway. And, as long as you're going to give me the plus 260, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not going to cry either way. And I think maybe we just, we throw $1 on that and we see what happens. I think that's one of those ones, you throw $1, cool. $1 nets back 360. Okay, so we're staring down a barrel, 2-1 odds?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll take that. I'll take that. So we'll do both of those boosts. Short, simple, sweet, and those will be our boosts for tonight. We're not gonna play that third one. We're not gonna play it. What that third one is there for, ladies and gentlemen that are viewing at home, that 325 plus yards for Herbert, that boost is there. So even if you do play small or you play big on that, is there so that the bookie can snatch that money from you. That's why that line is set so high. And why the odds are set at that plus 170, because you're seeing plus 170 and you're like, oh shit, 2-1 opportunity to double up. In reality, it's the bookie that's doubling up. It's the casino that's doubling up, and we want to beat the bookie. We don't want to help the bookie.
So for a frame of reference, the current line for Herbert on passing yards is set at 310 is the over for at minus 115. So
that's a live line.
That's a live line.
Yeah.
I think if you're already thinking Herbert's hitting that over on the live line of at minus 115, you'd have to take it. But again, none of us feel like that he's going to hit that.
Okay.
But if you're feeling like he's going to, if you disagree with us, take the boost, take the free boost, and hope for that extra 15 yards.
Yeah, you have to literally be asking yourself if you're fading the Rumboyz at this point or not. Like, and if you're fading us at this point, I don't think you watch enough of our content. Like I couldn't. I tried to come up with something else clever, and that was the most clever thing that I could. I was like, you just haven't been paying attention. What are we thinking here? We'll start with Derek. Minus 170 on LA. Vegas is looking at plus 150. Everyone already knows what my pick is going to be, so I'm just going to let y'all go.
Yeah, on this one here, right? Like field goal games, I tend to go with the hometown team because there is a hometown advantage when you start looking at some of these things. I do
home teams. I haven't gotten the home record for this week, but home teams were 0-5, or the home team has only won 5 times this season heading into the first 3 weeks of football.
That is true. I'm
the
liking
point differential is pretty even too.
Yeah, I'm liking the Chargers though in this one on the money line. I don't know that I don't like them on the spread, but I like them on the money line. I see this being a 1 to 2 point game when this thing's all said and done.
Well, we know I'm the money line maven, so this is where I'm gonna do all of my talking. Over-unders are cool. Spreads are cool. I'm good at those. But we know this is where I make all of my cash. So, okay, you're going Chargers money line.
Talk me otherwise.
I'm going to let Pat go first.
So, when I did my picks beginning of this week around Tuesday, I went Chargers here. I'm switching it up and going with the Raiders on the money line. I don't think that the value in like the roughly 30 cents or 50 cents you win off taking the money line on the Chargers is worth the risk. Whereas the Raiders, you're going to get a return on your investment. You're more likely to get a better return on your investment. Yeah. That being said, let's go into the over-under 51 and a half.
It's going to be It's going to be a 60-point game. I have a
feeling. I feel like it's going to be a 60-point game. But one of the things we haven't mentioned and gotten into tonight is it's a divisional battle.
Yep. That
could quickly turn into it's 10-7 going into the fourth quarter. I'm staying away from the over-under on this tonight.
Probably play the singles. Don't parlay this one.
Yep. In my same game parlay that I ran for this game, I stayed away from the money line, the spread, and the total points. I went straight player props because honestly, I could see this game going either way, and I'm not going to have the game decided based off of.
And that's why you're on the show.
A field goal at the end of the game.
And that's why you're on the show, because everyone has their own games. The way I look at heading into a sports book, when I'm heading into a book, I'm looking at it as I'm heading into the whole giant casino. If I know that I'm not a roulette player, but I'm a poker player, I'm going to go play what I like. So that's why I try, give you guys, all you guys that are viewing at home, I try to give you guys multiple different perspectives of what each person likes. I like the Raiders. Call me Stevie Wonder. Ladies and gentlemen, superstition ain't the way. And I'm telling you, I'm being superstitious. We have not lost on this team, on this channel in 3 weeks. We have hit both overtime games with this team. Call it luck. You know what? This is also simultaneously gambling. There's a little bit of luck in it. And right now, I need the Chargers to win tonight to dial my cocky ass back over how much luck there is tonight. you know, for me, I'm going Raiders, going money line. I'm taking the over. I'm staying away from the spread. That's my style. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing them singles. I'm doing them singles. I'm doing them up singles. I don't even think you can parlay Raiders money line plus the over. You can. You can.
Yeah, you can do one game parlays depending upon your book, but
other than the Dolphins game in week 2 or last week that went to overtime, have the Raiders been an underdog? Were they underdogs week 1 or week 2?
Yeah, they've been underdogs every time.
So you've
never been a favorite. I've had
the double
every single time. Yeah. Yeah, they've never been a favorite, bro. They've never been a favorite this year.
Dolphins.
Oh wait, Dolphins. They weren't a favorite.
Wait,
no.
They weren't?
Wait, no, they were barely the favorite. They were just barely. It was just
that was the game we tilted on because we doubled down on it.
Yeah, we had doubled down on it.
And I had taken the original spread going into the week because it was like 7 points. Yep. And then they blew it on the pass interference call play with like 40 seconds left in the game. Yep. I'm remembering that now. And now I'm tilting and now I'm sad. Thanks, Robbie.
Bro, that superstition, when you bring in superstition, like they're like I can have all the analytics. So like when I was doing my article for Dr. Roto last night, literally, bros, when I'm telling you, I had to find every reason as to why I was not going to pick the Raiders on the money line. Every time I searched, I kept coming back to the Raiders.
I'm seeing that plus 377. That's looking spicy. I like that for the over and the Raiders money line. I'm liking that plus 377.
I'm not gonna parlay him. 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 We're not parlaying him, Robbie. We're not gonna parlay.
I'll throw that extra dollar down.
Oh yeah, I should have. Oh well.
Yep. I'll throw that in. I'll do that myself.
All right, let's do our anytime TD scores because we know that our followers fucking love this one. Like this is the one that our followers go crazy over. Derek, I'll let you start. What are your Winkin' Weeds in the chat? Don't parlay them. He was like, don't. I love. Hey, shout out to Winkin' Weeds. Weeds, I DM'd you the Discord link. So that you have that. Oh my gosh, one of our premium subscribers, fucking Berto. All right, because Weeds DM me so I can also get you my personal number. Premium subscribers do get my personal number.
I don't even have that. Wow.
Yeah. So fucking Berto, right? And we all know Berto. Like he's funny as shit on Twitter. Fucking Berto. He did this last week, all right? Where I told him the correct call, and I don't remember. I wrote it in the article. I did the article. I do the article. I send the article. He still fucking tells me I'm wrong, right? And this week, he's like, are you sure on Herbert? And I'm like, you saw what happened last week when you told me that I was going to be wrong, and then I was right. Like, if I'm right again this week, Berto just has to for the cost that he pays in his premium subscription. He just has to eat whatever I say and just deal with it. Whether I win or lose, he just has to take it. He just has to take it and just run with it. What are we feeling here for our anytime TD scores? I'll give you 3. Good old boys.
So anytime I like Austin Eckler, I like Darren Waller, and on this one here, I'm liking Keenan Allen as well.
Okay, so you're going Eckler.
Actually, I'm gonna change.
Okay,
I'm gonna change the Allen to Mike Williams. So Eckler, Williams, and Waller.
Eckler, Williams, Waller. All right, so Waller is our only one here that's at the plus 125. Everyone, we know when it comes to whether it's anytime TD or whether we're discussing a touchdown dance on Monkey Knife Fight, we know to go Waller because we're talking volume. and that's usually always a safe play, especially when we talk touchdown dance on Monkey Knife Fight, because you're picking 3 players in the first place to go out there and get a touchdown for you, and you only need, maybe 1 or 2 of those touchdowns in order to win your prop. All right. In this scenario, you got Dylan Waller at plus 125 for good old boys his 3 anytime TDs. We have Mike Williams at minus 110 for Darius anytime TDs, and then finally Austin Eckler anytime TDs. So we're going super heavy LA. We're gonna go 1 Raider. Anything that you want us to add with that before I go into St. Pat's?
No, one that I've been liking to play, and I was talking to you about this the other day, is on some of the first score touchdowns there. Just an interesting thought there, right? Like it's a great way that you can hedge your bets there a little bit.
Yes.
So one of those, like you look at that, you've got Austin Eckler as a plus 700, right? So if you bet $1 on Austin Eckler that way, and then you've realistically got 7 other players that you can
keep going.
You've got 7 other guys that you could bet that line there. And if any one of those 8 guys that you're picking hit, you're either coming away even or you're coming away ahead on that one. And so, short of getting some of those kind of funky touchdowns where the defense scores one or you get a kickoff return, things like that, like that's a way that I've been liking to play a little bit there, just to kind of hedge the bets a little bit. And they've got some ways that you can pull ahead there, things like that. Because for instance, right, like say you do some of those guys and you got Darren Waller down there in that eight player, lineup that you're going, it's a plus 1,000. So, even at $1, you're coming out $2 ahead type of thing with hedged bets all the way around. So, you're going to typically
go ahead.
I was like, you're typically either going to come out equal or come out a little bit ahead on that, because most of the time you're not going to get some of these kind of off the wall touchdown scores out there that aren't necessarily a heavy favorite to score the first touchdown to begin with.
And there is nothing wrong with you hedging your bets. A lot of handicappers be like, oh well, I won't do it, but then you go and you look at their fucking bet slips afterwards, and it's like, no, you only post on Instagram your 1 bet slip. You didn't post your other fucking slips.
You didn't post the other 10.
Exactly, yeah, your other fucking 10, and like you see them on their live stream. They're on a live stream, like their bankrolls like all of a sudden doubled. You're like, what the fuck, dude? Like that's not how any of this works. Like I play the same shit. So yeah. There's nothing wrong with hedging your bets. That is just smart gambling. That's just smart betting. And we encourage you guys to be the smartest players that you can be. We want you to be the smartest players underneath the sun, of which the 7 sails of fantasy and DFS and all good things in our sports that we sail. What's your 3, St. Pat, before we get into setting a showdown?
I want to say one more thing on that. We encourage smart gambling on this channel. We encourage you guys setting limits on yourself, withdrawing your winnings so that you're playing with house money.
Yes, play with house money.
I had a buddy today text me saying he had a terrible week, and he was tilting. He was frustrated. He just got a new job. He was tilting. He had that big boy paycheck, and he spent a lot of it and lost a lot of it. And what did he do it on? Sports betting and betting on his own team.
Literally all the shit that we fucking preach against. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do have a problem, we do have to make sure, because we are advising, about we're talking about advice and everything. 1-800-GAMBLER if you do have a problem. Once again, 1-800-GAMBLER if you do have a problem. We have to make sure that we tag that every time that we're talking about this shit, because people can develop problems. What are your 3?
My 3. I'm gonna go with some big boy.
We're gonna get a good train here. Okay.
We're gonna go with. I think Henry Ruggs finds the end zone tonight.
I love it.
He's sitting at plus 240. I think there's a good chance that he finds his way in today. I want to say Peyton Barber, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay.
But
I like where the analytics put it to where that could happen, though.
And I'll stick with another Raider, and I'll go with Bryan Edwards.
Oh,
We're gonna go with the 3 Raiders wide receivers. There's a chance that Waller doesn't get in. The Chargers stopped Kelsey from getting in 2 weeks ago. So while Waller may have a great night, and go for 8 for 120, I don't think he gets into the end zone tonight.
Y'all are gonna think
Ruggs,
fucking insane when I do
Ruggs, Renfro, and Edwards. One of those 3 get in for sure.
I'm putting that one in right now. I'm putting in that Ruggs for a buck because I'm gonna put that one down anyways. And I'm gonna end up doing a Waller one. I should have done that while I had Derek stick it up. All right, so I'm putting that one. I know I'm gonna do Waller. I'm putting that one. I'm stealing one from each of you guys and I'm putting them into mine. All right, and now I gotta be different. I don't necessarily have to be different because I was gonna go Ruggs either way.
Foster Moreau.
that is different.
You want to be super different, huh? You know what, guys? I'm gonna go Justin Herbert. I think there's a scenario where Justin Herbert finds himself stopped at the goal line and he just sneaks one in. I'm gonna go Herbert. So we're gonna throw a buck on that. I like Risk. I really like Risk a lot. Oh gosh, do I think a defensive touch? I don't see a defensive touchdown happening, and that's my freaking problem. I wish a defensive touchdown would happen, and I wish I could predict that. I wish I had the balls to fucking play that.
I like what Leaf said.
What?
Jared Cook.
Jared Cook is a sneaky one. I mean, for those odds. Here, while I'm filling this out, Derek, you want to go ahead and sign off really quick? I know that you got stuff to do and everything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you guys having me on. A lot of fun coming on here and chatting with you. St. Patrick FF, I believe this is the first time we've actually talked and all that. It was a pleasure meeting you. A lot of fun. Robbie, thanks for having me on. And guys, you can find me over at the Good Old Boys, part of the Good Old Boys crew. We go live Tuesday, Friday nights, 11 p.m. Eastern on the YouTube channel, on Twitter, and on Facebook. And then you can also find our Sunday morning show at 11:45 a.m. Eastern over there as well. But I appreciate you guys having me on. A lot of fun. Thanks. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah. Really quick before you go, man. I just want to stamp you really quick. Ladies and gentlemen, check out Good Old Boys Fantasy Football. Not just for like all their fancy stuff, but I mean Derek and me and him, we've been talking, we've been getting to know each other. We've been talking betting a lot, like, which is crazy because we know each other from the fantasy world. Check him out. Like the dude knows his stuff. And he's out there, experiment with different lineups, different shit. So check them out.
And one thing too, if you want to come on, you don't like any of my takes that I gave you, anything like that, you can find me on the SportsMe app, and a great way to come on and talk about it. Great way to debate, to have those conversations, and absolutely love having those as well. So you can find me on the Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Good Old Boys FF. We've also got the rest of the Good Old Boys crew there with Kevin and Alex there. And you can find me on the SportsMe app over there as well and have those conversations. But thank you again so much for having me on.
Oh, yeah, brother. Hey, enjoy your night, man.
Absolutely. You guys have a great one.
All right, man. I'm getting my card back up here. What up, Mo? Green said Brown University. What up, Brown University? Represent. All right, so for my card, I'm going to go Justin Herbert, Josh Jacobs, and Bryan Edwards. Because I already locked in you. You locked in your. I stole one from yours. I stole the Henry Ruggs from yours. Yep. And I sold Darren Waller from Derek. So this is gonna be my card. I'm mad that I didn't go more LA. I feel like I should have some LA, like some Mike Williams at the very least, but I just don't like the minus. Like the minus.
You're playing single game. It doesn't matter what team they're on.
Mm-hmm.
These are individual players. These are individual props.
Yep.
So regardless of who they're playing, this is who you want to play.
Yeah, exactly. It's what I want. Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I'm just
find what you want. Play what you want. Beat the bookie's ass.
Exactly. Why do you think I'm playing anytime, not playing first time score? Because I like with this game, you can only handicap it, but so fucking much. Like you literally can only handicap it, but so much until like you've gone through every piece of data, every piece of analytics. And you're just like, yeah, like, no, like, yeah, I'm parlaying this. Yeah, we're parlaying that. Oh, it won't let me. Poor.
Throw in passing touchdowns.
Oh yeah, throw the pass TDs and see if it lets me take that. Hang on, let me clear out the singles. I have Derek Carr going over.
Yep, same. So while you're
God damn it, it won't let me do it. It won't let me
okay.
parlay those three.
Well, while you're finishing that up, I'm gonna share my same game parlay that I set for tonight. I'm a big fan of always. Where is it? Whenever you take receiving yards for a player, always following it up with receptions, even if it's just literally putting two plus receptions or 3+ receptions.
Yep.
If you're taking any player for 50 receiving yards, take the 2 or 3 receptions, get your extra plus 40, wins the money. So tonight I'm taking Derek Carr for 1 passing touchdown or more, Herbert for 2 passing touchdowns or more, Derek Carr with 25 plus passing attempts, Austin Eckler for 30 receiving yards, Ruggs for 30 receiving yards, Renfrow for 35 receiving yards, Eckler for 3 receptions, the Chargers with 3 total touchdowns or more, and the Raiders with 2 total touchdowns or more, and Hunter Renfrow for 4 receptions. It's a pretty safe parlay with a lot of legs to it. We could very easily see this hit by halftime at plus 370.
That could be fucking insane if it does.
It's only a plus 370, but it's 10 legs, all very doable, all very rational.
I mean, I might just fuck. The chat wants me to go in on Jared Cook for anytime TD. I think I might do one just for the chat. Chat, do you guys want me to do a bet for you guys? Do you guys want Cook as anytime TD? Do you guys want one to bet in? We'll do a chat bet. We'll take a chat bet for Jared Cook. Fuck it. What does it hurt? It hurts nothing. It literally hurts nothing. It does not hurt us. We're out here just seeking ROI. Like, that's really what it is. All right, let's get into daily fantasy. Let's set some showdown lineups. Oh, Yingling's got a fucking. Oh no, that's a Saturday contest. You assholes. I'm not playing college football DFS. I'm not that good. All right, so our NFL showdowns for tonight. Let's hop in that 30K prize pool. Oh, it's locked. You fucking.
Aiden, I tried to put in Mike Williams yards. It wasn't going to let me.
Let's hop in this.
For some reason, it wasn't letting me there. But also, I think it was set at like the lowest one was 65, and I'm like, I'm not going to lose it off of Mike Williams coming up hobbled off of a play in the second quarter.
All right. One of our favorite fucking games. Yeah, Jacobs is active, Mo. Jacobs is active.
It's 8 o'clock. Everything is locked. Potentially.
All right. I'm going to go Carr. Do we want to go with what we know? We want to go Carr. We want to go Williams. We want to try and go. Do we want to go Waller? Yeah, Waller is probably obvious, right? Ruggs might be one. That leaves us 8K with 2 positions to fill. I say Chargers defense. And then who do we go in with? Go in with 4K left. Would that be Jared Cook?
This is gonna sound kinky AF. Carlson.
The kicker? You want to go in with the kicker? You know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We'll go Carr, Williams, Waller, Ruggs, Chargers, defense, Carlson.
Robbie, I'd be careful listening to me because I've never put in a DFS lineup, but it looks like it should be the right call.
I'll do that for $1. I'll do that for $1. Like, I've never played a kicker I've seen people play kickers in DFS lineups and it's worked for them. Like, that doesn't mean that just because it's worked for them doesn't mean it's going to work for me. But like, at the same time, like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, no. Let's see. First place in this one wins a K. I'm down to play for a K. the fuck? Hang on.
Make sure you don't do that thing where you accidentally put the same lineup in twice.
Oh, it filled. That's why. That was okay. All right, that's what it was. That one filled. Oh no.
So while Robbie is trying to find a channel, make sure that you are subscribed to the Rumboyz channel on YouTube, and turn on live notifications so that way you get a push notification every time we go live for our pregame shows, our Rum Zone, Thursday Night Football, and Rumday Night Football. You'll also get notifications when we go live for Rumboyz After Dark, as well as some of our other shows on the channel.
Mm-hmm. Gotta be locked in with the Rumboyz. Gotta be locked in. Okay, so it's 12K. This one I'm going Herbert, Carr, Chargers defense, Henry Ruggs. I'm gonna go Waller. That leaves me with 3,600. I think I want to go Jalen Guyton. Or do I go Larry Roundtree?
Roundtree's interesting.
Roundtree's super interesting, dude.
Roundtree and Zay Jones were both popping out to me.
Yeah, Roundtree and Zay Jones are both popping out. I'll go Roundtree on this one. So that one I went both QBs. Bro, I'm just like now I'm literally just like dumping lineups now. I hate when I do this. But last time I did this, I ended up winning money. So like I'm like kind of like just like telling myself to shut the fuck up, Robbie, and deal with it. Like prize is $400. Like, motherfucker, have you won $400 before? No. So just play your lineups. So just, boom. All right, so we're gonna go Carr. We'll go Carr, Williams. We'll go Carr, Williams. Or no, we'll go Herbert Williams. Herbert Williams. We didn't put Brian Edwards in any lineups.
No, we have not.
We'll go Brian Edwards. Okay, cool. That leaves us with 1,800. So if I wanted to go Carr right there, I have 7,200 left for 2 fucking spots.
What's Renfro cost?
Renfro is 5,800. Yeah, 5,800. So I could go him. That leaves me with 14. And then I could go Fabian Moreau. Or do we think that KJ Hills does something? No, we don't.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I said,
so then we won't go Renfro.
No. Just doesn't add up.
We could still go Ruggs here again. I think Ruggs is just the most trustworthy one. If we go Ruggs and Brian Edwards in one lineup, that leaves us 800 left, and it doesn't matter who the fuck we grab at that point.
If you're going with this lineup, should you put Derek Carr as your king?
I put Herbert because we also have Williams in too.
True.
So yeah, at this point, it doesn't matter who we use as the very, very last piece. With 800 remaining in the budget, we could go Josh Palmer and say fuck it.
Of anyone available there, yeah, Palmer's the
upside, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll go Herbert, Mike Williams, Brian Edwards, Derek Carr, Henry Ruggs, and then Palmer for another lineup.
Wait, Mo just said something. You want the slot versus the Chargers.
Fuck, that contest filled? Okay, put us into a fucking lineup. There we go. But to say, don't you play with me. I'm gonna win one of these showdowns big one time. All right, so we got so those are the 3 lineups that we got. We got a Herbert Carr back to back a couple of times. I think I need to do one more, and I think I need to have that one have Guyton in it. Check me out, Renfro Waller have the best matchups. However, with Jacobs playing, it changes the narrative. It does. It does. It does. You want the slot versus Chargers. Take out Williams and put Allen. Trade Cook, Lamb, Godwin, and Harris for Henry. I'm assuming that's Derrick Henry, Lockett, and Henderson. If you're getting Derrick Henry, well, then we're doing that at all costs.
Although I like the Lamb Godwin a little bit more.
I like having King Henry. I like having King Henry. All right, so I'm gonna do one where like he said, where I take King and Allen. We'll go Herbert. We'll go Allen. I'm gonna fucking keep doing Carr again. If it's gonna keep letting me do Allen and Carr and be equitable with that, I'm gonna do it every single fucking time. I'll go Herbert, Allen, Carr, Ruggs. And this will probably be the one where I probably want to go Edwards again. And then it leaves me with 2,200. So in this one, I wouldn't get a defense. But I could go Zay Jones, and maybe Zay Jones pops off with something. Or
I like Zay Jones. I think he has a chance for a big deep ball tonight.
So I go Herbert, Allen, Carr, Ruggs, Edwards, Zay Jones. That's super contrarian. Fuck it. Run it. I'm going to run it. I'm going to see if I got time to insert one more. I'm gonna see if I can enter one fucking more. Let's see. This one is $75 pot. Little 25-cent roster. We'll go Carr as captain. Go Waller. Go Eckler. We'll put Eckler into a lineup. We haven't put Eckler in. All right, I got 2 slots to fill. So this one, I'm going to go Derek Carr, Darren Waller, Austin Eckler, Josh Jacobs, Chargers defense. And I'll toss Jalen Guyton in for the fuck of it. There we go. That's how I'll play that one. Just 25-cent lineup, which means it'll do nothing. Just in case this game becomes a super heavy running game. Alrighty, so there's our lineups. We did a bunch of fucking random shit just for nothing. Lock her in. Yep. Alrighty. None of those are probably gonna hit. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna see you guys here on the very next broadcast. I gotta send you the link, don't I, Pat?
Yep, I'd appreciate that.
Yep.
I could talk to my webcam, but it's not the same without StreamYards.
Yeah, no, gotta see us. We're gonna see you guys here in the next couple of minutes. Yeah, like 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes or whatever the case. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here on the Rumboyz Fans Network. Make sure you guys spike that like if you have not already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I'm gonna have to start figuring out a way to get here earlier and get those lineups out to you. Other than that, cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What to do, dilly. We'll see you in a few. We'll see you in a few because we love you guys. Peace. Holy shit.